Hello again, you dirty gutter sluts. And welcome to another week of Self-Suck Sunday. This week was an exciting action-packed week full of Madden-like scores, exciting finishes, and some abysmal performances that made my hair fall out. Speaking of not having hair, let's go ahead and rip this band-aid off. Fuck. We suck again. The Arizona Cardinals force-fed our Dallas Cowboys a hearty serving of their feathery testicles in a loss that never even seemed close. Joshua Eyebrows Dobbs looked like a hairless Tom Brady out there against our beloved Cowboys, marching up and down the field at will. In all too familiar fashion, we watched our offense crumble in crunch time, as Dak Prescott threw a coma-inducing interception at a crucial point in the game, triggering PTSD in households all across the Lone Star State. There are not enough gummies in the world to forget about this one. But we are still dem boys, and it's gonna be nothing but smooth sailing from here on out. Right? Anyways, let's put down the bottle for a second, and wipe away our cowboy tears, by taking a look at some of our week 3 action around the league.
Come on baby, let's take one last ride.
Cool as a motherfucking cucumber, baby. Cobra wasn't sweating this one, and I knew he would pull out a pulsating win this week. I called it last week, remember? My AI systems are never wrong. Straight cash money, homie. Cobra's big galaxy-brained lineup this week proved elite, with Patty Mahomes throwing that thing all of the Chicago Bears' dumb stupid fucking empty heads, getting a nice score of 25.68. While half-cocked Judy's leftovers continue to pay dividends for King Cobra, as Sam Laporta went off for 18.40 points against the Falcons. Nice move, Judy. Shane got another good performance from Josh Babyface Allen, who put up 22.32 points in a win against the Commanders. He got some other scores from some other scrubs or whatever, who the fuck cares? Both of these teams entered this game at the bottom of the barrel, and thankfully one of them is now treading water. Look out everybody, I feel a long win streak brewing up for the radical and gnarly King Cobra JFS. And that's most definitely what is up tubes. Next game. This week was a good week to have any of the Dolphins players, as the whole team went full on Madden rookie mode Sunday afternoon, scoring video game numbers against the Denver Broncos. Jake's God Squad had the intuition and presence of mind to request a trade before this game, absolutely fleecing T. Diddy, picking up Mostert for Dallas ball sack Goddard. Mostert had the best game of his career, and arguably one of the best games ever, putting up an absurd, leg-shaking, ejaculating-inducing score of 41.70 points on his way to 4 touchdowns. Unfortunately, all of this action happened while sitting on Jake's baby squad's bench. Another week of points wasted, Jake. The actual players in his starting lineup all did essentially nothing, and I do not care to elaborate on it. For Jeffy, he actually played his Dolphins players this week, and was rewarded with a score of 28.36 from Tua, and 26.20 points from Tyreek Hill. Deebo Samuel also had a good game against the Big Gay Giants, putting up 22.10 points. Jeffrey takes home the W this week, 115.36 to 89.46, and now has a record of 2-1. I cannot wait for whoever picked up the backup Dolphins running back a chain to get burned. Next game. Eat my asshole butt fuckerson and meat slaps. The Cobra curse continues this week. Any team that thinks it's funny to win against King Cobra will always lose their next game. Buckerson got lucky and somehow managed to get another confusingly good performance from Zach Moss, who put up 21.50 points in an equally head-scratching win against the Ravens, and the Bills' defense went full Dallas Cowboys mode, putting up 32 points. But it didn't matter, as Brett's bitch-ass had the deliciously arousing stack of Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen, who combined for 65.76 points in the win against the Vikings. Get the fangs, bitch. Even Buckerson's kicker, who put up 15 points, was bested by Jeffy's kicker Jason Myers, who put up 18 points. Get the fangs, bitch. It was a very close game, but Buckerson and Myers loses this week against Brett's bitch ass, with a final score of 132.46 to 129.96. Big Whoop wanna fight about it? Get good default skin. Next game. It's not often you see an entire team shit the bed, but this week Tanner's shit-fuck team did just that, and left his bed looking like the aftermath of that poopy Delta flight. His highest performing player was Baker Mayfield, who put up a skid mark of a score, netting 11.04 points. The rest of his players failed to even break double digits. Like some true self-suckers. For Brendan, his poll was extended after the performance from Justin Jefferson, who put up 24.40 points against the Chargers, and Mr. Adam Jake Hayes-Thielen, who blew up with the Red Rocket Andy Dalton at quarterback, putting up a hard-dick score of 26 points in the valiant effort against the Seahawks. Corny Dog Dongers takes the victory this week, in ass-pounding fashion, 119.38 to 53.74. Which is also good enough for this week's much anticipated and esteemed award, Blowout of the Week. Congratulations, and good game, fuck boys. Next game. This game flew under the radar, and featured two undefeated teams going head to head, in what appears to be two of the better teams in our league right now. Both sitting at first and second place in points scored this season. T. Diddy got another good performance from Lamar Jackson, who put up 28.18 points in the loss to the Colts, and Kenneth Walker erupted for 29.10 points against the Carolina Kitties. There was also Evan McPherson, who went the fuck off for 18 points in the win against the Rams. What a fucking giga chad. For Halfcock Judy, he got a massive load from Devin Adams, who went off for 35.70 points in the loss to the Steelers, and CMC did what he normally does, scoring over 20 points yet again, finishing with 20.40 points against the New Pork Giants. The effort came up short though, as Tree Fiddy comes out on top this week, with a final score of 129.68 to 116.86. Judy is in a downward spiral when it comes to his quarterbacks and tight ends. Trevor Lawrence has continued to disappoint, and this Justin Fields is going to remain hot garbage so long as he is stuck with the Chicago Teddy Bears. And Zach Squirts and Okonkwo both have a washed up retard, and a hairless cat for quarterbacks. You figure out who is which. Too bad you don't have Sam Laporta. Cobra said you can have Kyle Stinky Pitts for Bijan Robinson, you nutsack. Next game. Their first day of school. A game of catch. That first beer with the old man. Trying to trade rape your son the same week you play him. All activities sons and fathers have bonded over for decades. But over time, the cub must shed its skin and leave behind its beta ways to become the man of the house, and a power struggle ensues for a new alpha.
This is nature, bitch. We're getting primal in this house.
Flamin' Dave got 20.10 points from that guy he tried to trade to Jake, and also got a nice performance from Geno Smith, who put up 16.44 points in the win over the Panthers. And Flamin' Dave rewarded him by dropping his ass like a hot potato immediately after the week ended. For Jake off all day, he had great performances all over the board, with 3 players breaking 20 points in Amari Cooper, Kirk Cousins, and Mike Williams, who ended up leaving the game with a torn ACL, effectively ending his season. But in lighter news, the Swifties are in full effect for Travis time to get the vaccine. Kelsey, who put up 16.40 points against the Bears, while scoring a tutty in front of his honey. With that in mind, Jake remains the dominant alpha male of the Hayes bloodline, winning this game 130.08 to 115.34. Flamin' Dave, you should change your name to Jake Sucks Big Fat Dingalings. Do it, nerd. I bet you won't know balls. Okay, let's move on to next week.
Weakness identified!
Hey, what are you?
King Cobra now sits at 1-2 on the season after a dominating performance last week, and is ready to turn the season around after an ugly start. And the only thing standing in the way is some pipsqueak named Flamin' Dave. King Cobra is going to steamroll this little kid's team. He has decades of football knowledge on this toddler and is going to flex his fantasy prowess, while the mill of gods he's assembled dominate this game in every single conceivable way. Patty Mahomes and CeeDee Lamb are going to go absolutely wacky this week, both putting up 40 points apiece, leading the way for another victory for the Cobes mice stare. Plus you are so mid it's not even funny. Facts. Also you are dog water at Rocket League nerd. On God. Cobra is going to deliver you an old school style beatdown, and finally jump you into this fantasy league in your first meeting. And that's no cap. 2M point. Thank you for joining us yet again for another week of rousing football action. Good luck to all you this week, and may your holes forever remain filled. And most importantly, keep sucking.